Welcome back to my channel. Today's we explore the value of specific coins, the top 4 most valuable Abraham Lincoln Wheat Penny. First up, the 1955 Abraham Lincoln Wheat Penny with a D mint mark is one of the coins that many collectors look for because it comes from a year when United States coinage was transitioning in the post-war era. This coin was struck at the Denver Mint, which is why it carries the small letter D below the date on the obverse. The Lincoln Wheat Penny series began in 1909 and continued until 1958, and by 1955 it had become an everyday coin used by millions of Americans for daily purchases. The design features the familiar profile of Abraham Lincoln facing to the right, with the words "In God We Trust" above his head, "Liberty" to the left, and the date with the D mint mark to the right. On the reverse side, 2 wheat stalks frame the words 1 cent and United States of America, with E pluribus unum at the top. This design remained unchanged for decades, and it is loved by collectors because of its simplicity, its connection to American history, and the familiar image of Lincoln that has endured for so long. In 1955, the Denver Mint produced a large number of these pennies, which makes the date common in most conditions. However, the value of a 1955 D Lincoln Wheat Penny in good condition depends heavily on its condition. A coin in good condition shows clear date and mint mark, but has seen a lot of wear from circulation. On a good condition coin, Lincoln's features and the wheat stalks on the reverse will be worn smooth in places, and the finer details will be faint, but the overall design and lettering will still be fully readable. When we consider the value in dollars for a 1955 D Lincoln Wheat Penny in good condition in today's market, the price is usually higher than face value, but still modest compared to rare or high-grade coins. Most good condition examples trade in a range between a few cents and several dollars, depending on the buyer, the marketplace, and how attractive the coin looks to a collector. A typical 1955 D good condition penny might sell around $2 to $5 in a private sale or at a coin show. Prices can vary higher if the coin has attractive color or eye appeal, and slightly lower if the coin shows heavy wear or surface marks. Collectors often seek out these coins to complete a full date and mint mark set of Lincoln Wheat Pennies. Because the series covers so many years and mints, collecting one of each variety is a common goal for many numismatists. The 1955 D in good condition fills an important spot in those sets and is often one of the more affordable pieces for new collectors to acquire. It is important for collectors to understand that prices online can sometimes be misleading. Listings with high asking prices do not always reflect what coins actually sell for. Real market sales tend to cluster around realistic values based on condition, rarity, and demand. For a 1955 D in good condition, that realistic value in today's market is typically in the low single digits of dollars rather than very high amounts. Holding a 1955 D Lincoln Wheat Penny in good condition connects you with a piece of everyday American history. This coin circulated in a time when pennies were still made of mostly copper and when everyday spending involved coins that today are treasured by collectors. Even though the coin may be worn, the fact that it has survived for decades and remains collectible is part of its appeal. If you were building a Lincoln Wheat Penny collection or just exploring the history of United States coins, the 1955 D in good condition is a meaningful and accessible piece. Its value in dollars today reflects its common status, but also the ongoing interest collectors have in preserving older coins and appreciating the story behind each one. Next up, the 1953 Abraham Lincoln Wheat Penny with a D mint mark is a coin that attracts collectors who focus on mid-20th century Lincoln cents. This coin was struck at the Denver Mint, which is indicated by the small D below the date on the obverse. The Lincoln Wheat Penny series began in 1909 and continued until 1958, and the 1953 D penny is part of the later years of the series. The obverse of the coin features Abraham Lincoln facing right with the words "In God We Trust" above his head, "Liberty" to the left, and the date with the D mint mark below. The reverse has 2 wheat stalks framing 1 cent and United States of America with E pluribus unum at the top. This design is one of the most recognizable in American coin history and has remained popular with collectors for more than a century. The 1953 D Lincoln Wheat Penny had a significant mintage of over 583 million coins, making it a common date in the series. Despite the high production numbers, the value of this coin depends heavily on condition. A coin in extra fine condition shows light wear on the highest points of Lincoln's portrait and coat, while all major details are still visible. The wheat stalks on the reverse remain sharply defined, with most lines intact. Extra fine coins also retain some of their original luster and often have attractive color and eye appeal. In terms of value, a 1953D Lincoln Wheat Penny in extra fine condition typically sells for about $1 to $3 in today's market. Coins with especially nice color or strong strike may sell for slightly more, while coins with minor discoloration or marks might sell for slightly less. Because the 1953D is a common date even in higher grades, the values are modest compared to rarer dates or error coins in the Lincoln Wheat Penny series. Collectors appreciate the 1953D for its place in history and for completing date and mint mark sets. This coin circulated during the early 1950s when the United States was experiencing post-war growth, and everyday pennies like this one were part of daily commerce. Owning a coin in extra fine condition from this era offers a glimpse into that period while still being affordable for both new and experienced collectors. It is important to understand that condition drives value in coin collecting. A heavily worn 1953D penny may only be worth face value or slightly above, while an extra fine coin commands a higher price due to its preserved detail and overall appeal. Collectors often use these coins to illustrate grading concepts and to complete collections of Lincoln Wheat Pennies from the Denver Mint. For anyone holding a 1953D Lincoln Wheat Penny in extra fine condition, it represents a piece of American history as well as a collectible item. The current market value in dollars is modest, but the historical significance and collectible interest make it an appealing coin for anyone interested in Lincoln cents and mid-20th century United States coinage. Even though it is not a rare coin in extra fine condition, it is a satisfying addition to a collection and a tangible connection to the 1950s era. It helps illustrate the continuity of the Lincoln Wheat Penny series and provides collectors with the opportunity to explore the nuances of grading, condition, and mint marks while building a meaningful set of coins. Next up, the 1944 Abraham Lincoln Wheat Penny without a mint mark is a coin that many people find in old collections, change jars, and antique boxes because it was made in large numbers during a time when the United States was deeply involved in World War II. This coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint in 1944, which is why it does not have a mint mark. The Philadelphia Mint did not use a mint mark on pennies at that time, and so the coin simply shows the date, Lincoln's profile on the front, and the wheat ears on the back. The Lincoln Wheat Penny series began in 1909 and continued until 1958, and it has become one of the most collected series in American numismatics because of its long history and its connection to Abraham Lincoln. The design features Lincoln's bust on the obverse with the words, "In God We Trust" above his head, "Liberty" to the left, and the year of issue below. On the reverse, the denomination 1 cent and United States of America are flanked by the two wheat stalks that give the series its common name. In 1944, more than 1 billion Lincoln Wheat Pennies were struck across all mints, making this year one of the most common dates in the entire series. Because of this tremendous production, the value for most 1944 no-mint mark pennies is based on condition rather than rarity. A coin described as being in dirty condition means that it has been in circulation for many decades and now shows heavy surface grime, discoloration, and wear. The fine details that once graced the coin may be smooth and faint from years of handling and exposure. When evaluating the value in dollars of a 1944 Lincoln Wheat Penny without a mint mark in dirty condition, one must understand that such coins are generally valued for what they are rather than what they might have been when new. In the current market, a typical dirty circulated 1944 penny will usually trade for an amount only slightly above face value. Most buyers and collectors will pay between 10 cents and 50 cents for a heavily worn, dirty example. This range reflects the reality that common wheat pennies from 1944 are easy to find even in worn states. The amount a coin brings can vary depending on how dirty or worn it is and whether any original detail can still be seen. There are occasional sales of more attractive circulated 1944 pennies that bring higher prices because they show stronger detail or better eye appeal, even if they are still technically circulated. However, a truly dirty, heavily worn 1944 no mint mark penny will not bring high prices in normal marketplaces. The dollar value for these coins remains modest and consistent with their status as common dates from the heart of the wheat penny era. Collectors value pieces like the 1944 wheat penny for their historical significance. The coin circulated during the final years of World War II, when coins were a part of everyday life for soldiers, workers, families, and children across the country. Holding a 1944 penny today connects a collector or hobbyist with a moment in history when America faced great challenges and profound change. For people new to coin collecting, the 1944 Lincoln Wheat Penny in dirty condition can be a fascinating introduction because it is affordable, easy to find, and carries a story from the past. While its dollar value may be low, the educational and emotional value can be much greater. Collectors often keep examples of each date in a set and enjoy comparing how wear and time have affected individual coins. If you have a 1944 Lincoln Wheat Penny without a mint mark in dirty condition, you now understand that its value in today's market is generally under $1 and most often in a range well below $1. Those who study coins focus on condition and scarcity, and in this case, the common date and heavy wear keep the dollar value modest. Yet the coin remains a tangible link to American coinage and to the people who once used it every day in towns and cities across the nation. Next up, the 1955 Abraham Lincoln Wheat Penny without a mint mark is one of the coins that collectors find both interesting and accessible. This coin was struck in 1955 at the Philadelphia Mint, which is why it does not carry a mint mark. The Lincoln Wheat Penny design had been in production for decades and features Abraham Lincoln on the obverse with his profile facing right, the words "In God We Trust" above his head, "Liberty" to the left, and the date at the bottom. The reverse of the coin has two wheat ears framing the words 1 cent and United States of America with E pluribus unum above. This design is recognized as one of the most iconic in American coinage, and it remained in use until 1958. The 1955 penny was made during a period of post-war growth, and daily commerce and millions of these coins circulated throughout the United States. Because of the high mintage, this date is considered common, and the value of the coin depends largely on its condition. Extra fine condition indicates that the coin has seen some use but retains most of its original details. On a 1955 Lincoln Wheat Penny in extra fine condition, Lincoln's hairlines and facial features remain clear and sharp, the details of his coat are visible, and the wheat stalks on the reverse show strong lines with minimal smoothing. Coins in this condition are highly sought after by collectors, who prefer coins that show minimal wear while still maintaining their history. In today's market, a 1955 Lincoln Wheat Penny without a mint mark in extra fine condition typically has a value ranging from 50 cents to $1, depending on the appearance of the coin. Coins with exceptional color or eye appeal may sell slightly higher, while those with minor discoloration or marks may sell slightly lower. This range reflects realistic collector expectations and represents what most buyers and sellers agree upon for this date and grade. It is important to note that many online listings for Lincoln Wheat Pennies may show much higher prices, but those are often for uncirculated coins, coins with rare errors, or coins with unusual eye appeal. A normal 1955 no mint mark penny in extra fine condition is collectible and respected among enthusiasts, but it does not reach high auction prices. Its value comes from its age, condition, and role in completing date sets or personal collections. Owning a 1955 Lincoln Wheat Penny also connects collectors to a piece of history. This coin circulated during the mid-1950s, a time of significant growth and change in the United States. Millions of these pennies were used to buy everyday items, and today they serve as tangible reminders of that era. Collectors enjoy these coins not only for their value in dollars, but for the story they carry and the connection to past generations. For those building a Lincoln Wheat Penny collection, the 1955 no mint mark penny in extra fine condition is a desirable addition. It demonstrates what to look for in grading, shows how coins wear over time, and offers an affordable way to own a piece of American history. While its market value in dollars is modest, its historical significance and collectible appeal make it a meaningful coin to keep and preserve. If you have a 1955 Abraham Lincoln Wheat Penny without a mint mark in extra fine condition, it is likely worth around 50 cents to $1 in today's market.
Its true value, however, lies in its age, design, and place in the long and celebrated history of the Lincoln Wheat Penny series, and it remains a popular coin for collectors of all levels. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more coin collecting content. See you next time. Happy collecting!